Good morning, class. Welcome back. You need your textbook, your notebook, and a sheet of paper in case you have any questions. For page number, you could be on page 469 if you want to follow along. And make sure you have that learning objective written down. I will be able to summarize what life was like during the classical age in the Maya civilization. So today we're going to take a deeper look into their culture, what they did on a daily basis, different things like that. Okay, so first question is, what was the classic age? The Maya civilization reached its height between 250 and 900 AD. This time in Mayan history is known as the Classic Age. During this time, Maya territory grew to include more than 40 large states. Maya cities were really city-states. Remember, we've heard about those from where? Greece and Mesopotamia. So you should know what a city-state is. Each had its own government and its own king. No single ruler ever united the many city-states into one empire. That's interesting. However, trade helped hold Maya civilization together. People exchanged goods for products that were not available locally. For example, Maya in the lowlands exported forest goods, cotton, and cacao beans, which is used for making chocolate. In return, they received obsidian, which is a glass-like volcanic rock, jade, and colorful bird feathers. So we see a lot of trade going on. There was trade throughout the Maya. The Maya got supplies for construction. The Maya cities had grand buildings, such as palaces decorated with carvings and paintings. The Maya also built stone pyramids topped with temples. Some temples honored local kings. For example, in the city of Palenque, the king Pakal built a temple to record his achievements. So that kind of gives you some Egyptian vibes, or at least that's what it reminds me of. Then we have a really fun fact. I wish I could learn how to play this game. It's the special ball game that the Maya had played. In addition to palaces and temples, the Maya built canals and paved large plazas or open squares for public gatherings. Farmers used stone walls to shape hillsides into flat terraces so they could grow on them, or they could grow crops on them. Almost every Maya city also had a stone court for playing a special ball game. Using only their heads, shoulders, and hips, players tried to bounce a heavy round rubber ball through the stone ring attached high on the court wall. The winner of these games received jewels and clothing. Yeah, this is super fascinating and interesting. I kind of found my best picture for it. But if you've ever seen the movie El Dorado, I'm not saying that everything in that is historically accurate, but they have this really intense ball game scene that I think is always entertaining and fun. So if you want to look that up because you're bored and you want to learn something, I support that. Next is the social structure. If we are talking about social structure, we are talking about, for grapes, we were talking about social structure. So yeah, that really didn't do anything for you. But here we kind of have the hierarchy of what is going on in the Maya civilization. First, we have the kings. They hold the highest power. They believed to be related to gods, and the kings had religious as well as political authority. This definitely gives me Egyptian vibes, Pharaoh vibes, right? They used to say that the Pharaoh was the son of the god Ra. So Maya kings also kind of had that power and ability as well. Then we have priests, merchants, and noble warriors as a part of the upper class. And then farming families made up the lower class. They had to give rulers parts of their crops and goods, and they also had to help construct temples and public buildings. So this is a very, very hardworking class. And then at the very, 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 very bottom are obviously the slaves, which are made up of enemy soldiers captured in battle. They worked as servants or farmers for upper class Maya. So social structure is very important, and they kept to that, and they really weren't crossing over anything like that. Last slide, we can do it. Okay, so religion. The Maya were polytheistic, which means multiple gods. We are not polytheistic, we are monotheistic. So they had multiple gods for different things. And obviously they were influenced by nature, which we see that time and time again with all these civilizations. So they had a sun god, a maize god, all the important things in their life they had a god for. Now, according to Maya belief, the gods could be harmful or helpful. So people tried to please the gods to get their help. The Maya believed their gods needed blood to prevent disasters or the end of the world. Dun, dun, dun. Every person offered blood to the gods by piercing their tongue or skin. I would not want to be in the Maya civilization. On special occasions, the Maya would do human sacrifices. Usually they would use the prisoners captured in battle, offering their hearts to stone carvings of the gods. So a lot of human sacrificing going on, which obviously we do not believe in, so that's not good. But they felt that this was the only way to keep the gods from harming them or to keep them happy. So they definitely took it to the extreme, and you would not want to be a slave during this time. Today is just a notes day, so you guys rocked it. I did have a really cool video I wanted to show you, so check that out. But make sure you're taking good notes, you're staying organized, and make sure you ask me any questions if you have any. Great job. See you tomorrow.